Greg. I am the singer.
I'm Kurt. I play guitar and sing a little bit.
I'm JR. I play second guitar.
I'm Ernest, and sometimes I play the bass, and sometimes I fall.
I'm Chris, and I play drums.
Actually, we're a couple dudes that aren't in the band anymore. Got together, Ernest got together with two dudes, Brian and Gavin, and they approached me. I was playing in more of a punk-based band at the time called High Life, about just doing just a melodic hardcore project, nothing serious, no big deal. And, we got together, did a few practices and things started going really well. And it started kind of, after a little bit, we wrote some songs. It started to go in the direction that we're going in now, which is a little less generic, a little more what our sound. And at that point we realized, hey, me and Ernest were like, well, this isn't working, and and then we just we got in with Chris, and Chris agreed with us.
And Chris is
our drummer extraordinaire. He was brought in. We didn't know him at the time. He was brought in by Brian and Gavin.
Actually, love him now.
The reason the band started was because me and Gavin went to see Fallcore down in Houston, and basically I was like, hey, let's start a band. He calls me like a month later after the show and was like, hey, I got everybody to play everything, guitar, bass, whatever. And so it started. We started writing. It was all good from there.
Yeah, Chris just blew us away on drums, from day one. We didn't know him that well, but he just blew us away. Great dude, great drummer, just right off the bat, and it clicked. It clicked, and we just kept going from there. Then we got Jeff on board when things didn't work out, with Brian and Gavin, and then we just kept writing. We wrote, and then we had this demo, these 6 songs, but we had no voice to it, and it took a while. It took
Tried out a few singers.
Yeah, we tried out.
Blake fit perfectly.
I mean, when Blake came into the picture, I know, I just looked back at Chris, and
It was love at first sight.
yeah, Chris was doing this while we were playing. Yeah, I look over at Ernest. He's like, yeah, and we kind of knew that.
I didn't know. I had to be talked into letting him into the band. I've grown to love him.
That's a
since then.
lie. He's the first dude. He called me. He's like, man, you remember we always talked about being in the band together? Yeah. Okay, well, come try it out. And I went, and it's funny because when I first started singing, I sounded like Davey Havoc. So.
We tried him out to AFI,
Yeah.
Repetition. That was a song he I think the band is really about.
It's kind of more. I feel like I don't know. I think a lot of bands try to. I don't know how do I put this.
Imitate.
Not imitate, but I don't know. I feel like the sound that we create really just is true to us, and what we kind of grew up with.
Yeah, it's real different. Everybody's got different influences in the band. Like I know I grew up listening to a lot of pop punk, MXPX, Sup, and so I try to I like the more melodic, the poppy stuff, and other people in the band grew up listening to heavier stuff, and it just all kind of comes together. Never sat down and be like, oh dude, let's sound like this band, let's sound like that band. It's just like, let's write music and.
We're a talented band. We don't try to, like we said earlier, stick to, hey, let's do this part here because that's what people will like. We try to push ourselves. My influences are like Refuse-ish kind of stuff. They never tried to stay in one thing. They always tried to push themselves further. So we're about pushing, making things better, doing things right, playing clean, playing on time. I don't know, it's fun. We have a good time.
And just going along with that, it's like, we do have a good time. This is what we enjoy, so we just like to push it as far as we can, We want to be to the point where we can tour full time, where we've put out, we've got a 7-inch that's about to drop in just a few weeks on Belgium-based Just Another Day Records, and already we've almost got an LP written, and we've got pre-production demos for that, and we're just keeping on pushing forward with all of that, and just trying to do this, do this true to ourselves and just take it as far as we can because we know that is us, we're driven.